OSP versus Attorney General about Ken Oforiate's issue. As I mean, very, very serious. Make I say, somewhere January, beginning of the year, oh baby, they declared Ken Oforiata, the former Minister of Finance, the cousin of Adudi, Nana Adodankwa Ekufuado, Clark Kent. You declared wanted. Yes, he was declared wanted, and crimes near Bebre. It all has something to do with money. Kwacha, sikanwasem. Let's watch the first video. Chese OSP, Office of the Special Prosecutor, came out to declare him wanted.
Actual arrangements between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2. Termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Zhaochen Technology BXC. 3. Procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payments in respect of the National Cathedral project. 4. Activities and payments in respect of a contract awarded by the Ministry of Health, initially commenced by the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for purchases and after-sales service and maintenance of 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 305 CDI ambulances for the National Ambulance Service. And 5. Payments out of and utilization of the tax refund account of Ghana Revenue Authority. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the fugitive's name is Kenneth Nanaya Oforiata. Mr. Oforiata is 66 years old. He was the Minister of Finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. Mr. Oforiata left the jurisdiction on or around 2 January 2025. On 24 January 2025, the OSP communicated to Mr. Oforiata that the OSP considered him a suspect in respect of 4 of the cases described above. Mr. Oforiata was directed to attend in person the OSP on Monday, 10 February 2025 at 10 GMT for interview. By communication dated 31 January 2025, Mr. Oforiata instructed his lawyers to inform the OSP that he was out of the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds, and that the firm will notify the OSP of his arrival in the country in aid of rescheduling his personal attendance at the OSP. Further, the firm offered its willingness to provide the OSP with any information the OSP may require to aid in the investigation until his arrival in the country. Then on 5 February 2025, the OSP responded to Mr. Oforiata, copied to his lawyers, that the OSP did not need or require notification from his lawyers of his arrival in the jurisdiction. The OSP acknowledged Mr. Oforiata's lawyer's gracious offer to provide the OSP with information in aid of the investigation. However, and this is important, the OSP insisted that Mr. Oforiata's personal attendance at the OSP was required. After all, the lawyers are not under investigation. I don't need lawyers to answer questions on your behalf when you are being investigated. The OSP declined Mr. Oforiata's request to be away from the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds on his say-so. Consequently, the OSP directed Mr. Oforiata to indicate by close of business on Monday, 10 February 2025, a reasonable date of his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. The OSP warned Mr. Oforiata that if he failed so to do, the OSP would take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP at our own choosing. Subsequently, by a communication dated 10 February 2025, that is just Monday, Mr. Oforiata's lawyers transmitted to the OSP a generic letter procured by Mr. Oforiata purporting to be from a doctor in a foreign jurisdiction, stating that Mr. Ofori had been seen and evaluated, and that he was undergoing further testing and management and possible surgical intervention at an indicated future time. And further, that his medical condition necessitates that he will stay and follow up on his appointments. On account of this purported medical letter, Mr. Ofori's lawyers prayed that the attendance in person of Mr. Ofori at the OSP should be fixed, taking into account the medical report from his doctors.
Inti ye declare no wanted we no. Ana ken say, oh, me yare, Mr. Mo. Mumma me kwen. Na me nko US, na me nko sa me ho yare. Because in USA, I'm going to get better health care, better assistance, anything better that is going to help improve my health. And you say, oh, and you would say, they are wanted na ye dia to so no. Ye free so kone ko sa ho yare. Afi ken ko drew US waka ho. Emi say whether natural. Whether natural waka ho. And they were expecting him that, oh, ye declare wanted a no. One kasa do ho beba. Oh, my shame who yare and everything, but I say Ken in film. Ken be so say, oh, Office of Special Prosecutor. So 4 months ago, they came to declare him wanted again. Say wanted na ye free no so no. Ye san so sad to ne subio. Ye declare no wanted bio. Let's watch the second one.
It is totally unacceptable and a baleful spite at law enforcement and criminal investigations. It ends here. It ends today. We will no longer accommodate him. Consequently, the OSP redeclares that Mr. Ofori is a wanted person and a fugitive from justice. His name is hereby re-entered on the OSP's list of wanted persons. The OSP will take all necessary legal steps to secure Mr. Ofori's return to the jurisdiction and to answer to the criminal inquiries against him. In pursuance of this, about 30 minutes before this briefing, I triggered processes for the issuance of an Interpol red notice for the location and provisional arrest of Mr. Kenneth pending extradition or his surrender. Around the same time, I dispatched a request for extradition processes to be instituted for the provisional apprehension in any jurisdiction. This extradition to
this is the backstory, Mamo. This is FMS Trends, and here we give you the hottest and the latest gist. My name is Maureen Marshall, and you can call me the Information Minister. Mabano na mabame de konkonse wo krum hen na ba be somo. So you saw the video, two videos ni me enu na ye declared wanted 8 months ago. And you free the son they wanted na sabe to ni subio 4 months ago because they won say chairman na say we yin ani dodo. Now, baby, I keka kono. Pay attention. Since I'm saying me, mama backstory and see you didn't kind declare no wanted. Enko for kasa. Kasa nini na very simple. Say I say mo declare no wanted. So won't be you no one. OSP ni Attorney General. Mo di Diago Ghana hasi. You are not taking us serious. We are not hearing anything about the case. But me some mama another history. The entire Office of the Special Prosecutor, Atta. Ken Ofori. Very simple. The crimes, mami be me documents. The crimes, number 1, National Cathedral. You and I know very well that National Cathedral, yet say funds bit to her $58 million. As also ma code be say oh, obia utimi ye no donate kakra ye si asori dan manyame. Ene se be sinne. Adenada ni swimming pool nkofo dware wo ma or ye ni metwitwa oyi. National Cathedral no amaso. Number 2, ECG Beijing contract. Say Ken Ofori signed a contract when he was the finance minister of Ghana. Ghana for any Beijing contract be. Who contract niti NNN. Number 3, SML 1 billion Ghana cedis sikabi. You see who baby afa. Number 3, it became a saga in Ghana and everyone was talking about it. Ambulance spare parts na omoka so omokoto no. Ambulance spare parts $34.9 million. And ye de koto ambulance spare parts. Nene ye mfa ambulance ne kura foforo. Ye hu baby asikanify. And lastly, tax reservations via aban ne ye so ye the tax we ye the sie as the government to susu no ye the sie ye expenses ni bibia na ye hwe na ye behia sika ne ya baba be tax na ye setting aside ye hu sika no. And he was the finance minister back then, you know, ye frowny ye bisao chairman baby a sika na fa no begina mmer anim ne be yi ho ano sika ne wo he sika ne we nti ken Ofori Atta so ayehye e wo man yi mu na we na Deputy Attorney General Dr. Justice Sremsai called GH1 or called GH1 no nsema wakokeka ne ho no aish wakokeka nsema o say they are waiting for dockets to extradite Ken Ofori Atta from US near the Ghana the Nabegina Mradakam dockets no ebe free office of the special prosecutor papa kroya obe declare Ken wanted 8 months ne 4 months ago no ebe free ne ho na aba enso oma bon prosecutor no abona be 2 months ni omunya docket no obi be sase docket ni kra ye den docket an official summary or list of cases waiting to be heard or already decided by a court. Intino charges no modi abo Ken Ofori Atta na me list ma ni na summary. OSP de bema Attorney General nature so mo nso de akoma US for say hey ye de hye na aba mo krom ho no ye hia no so mbe yi nsem bia no we ye krom what ya say omo so omabo prosecutor chi saa enso so 2 months ni ade ne ma na odi yenkwohwe video no
the subject of a number of criminal investigations, right? I think the one that is popular is the one that the OSP is conducting. And also, that is the one that we are made to believe is in an advanced stage where extradition will be required. And indeed, the OSP has already put the person on red alerts, Interpol red alerts. What it means is that it's a notice to the whole world that this person is a wanted man. But the Interpol alert is not an extradition, procedure. So if we really want the person to come, we need to make an extradition request to where we believe he is, which is the US. Now this is and listen to me carefully on this. We are the only authority, that's the Attorney General Office, we are the only authority that can make extradition. But we need a docket from, an investigative docket from the OSP to be able to make this extradition request. As of today, we still do not have a docket from the OSP. We have made several requests to the OSP, written letters, written demands to the OSP, asking that now that you've announced to the world that you are ready to have this person extradited, and there have been communication to that effect that even we've seen communication to the effect that the docket is ready and it's only the Attorney General that can make the. So we have been asking for the docket for a couple of, I think about 2 months now. We still do not have the dockets from the OSP. And so without the dockets, you cannot go to the American authorities and say, this is the person we want him. No, you need to show, because when they are asking for people to be extradited to the United States, they bring the full docket of, as if they are going to court. And then we take that docket to court for the court to see whether there's really merit for, bringing the person down. We have to do the same thing. We also have to take a full docket of all the evidence and what we believe the law, and then we take it to the United States authorities, and they will process the extradition and bring it.
Na ya sound so ababio. You see, anka only obi wo party a o expect say ade bia party ni be decide nipa ne be support it. The be koso party nim say ye o say nyo once is your party over support it. Nanso former Chief Justice of Ghana Sofia Kufu enu bi no ye. O say tata na OSP tata Ken Ofori Atta no eye ne de papa ne de rewra ne na rewra ne ba bia cause Ken a show ni shege pay sike bia wasn't ki yetwa ma no as the Chief Justice or Supreme Court on the crampo no nkofo bebre sika Ken because of Honorable Ken Ofori Atta intina or say alternative 3 or say ade na OSP de ye Ken na otata no Ken enye ne mobo bako say let's go and watch the video.
In the course of the cleanup, surely that move was made to derive a certain benefit, right? If you're a humane manager and you're taking certain steps, you don't just get up on a whim and take the step. Before you take the step, you look at the likely consequences, and you look at those who are also going to be affected by those likely likely consequences, and then you also have to decide whether they ought to be entitled to something or not. And then when you implement what you implement, you are honest and you come up front and outright and tell them something. People shouldn't wake up one morning and you've changed their horizon and you've been silent for these couple of years, and now, okay, you're going to do what? Release their monies to them. Really? And in fact, maybe I shouldn't even have bothered to use the word humane, because it really goes more to even a quality manager, an efficient manager. Yes, you can be efficient without necessarily being humane, but you will in the end yield humane outcomes, because if you did it with efficiency, it would have resulted in effectiveness. And then in effectiveness, that's when the qualitative things, or it's not only just quantitative, but it was well done. It was not well done.
The financial sector cleanup was not well done.
No, it was a knee-jerk activity.
Medru no menemu baba be ya ade bi. Ohun se me ka kire mo se eye papa ikram friend saying Dr. Justice Sremsai, Deputy Attorney General, Echo GH1, Echo Meki statement bi all pointed accusing fingers at OSP. Say OSP, why are they be? Ye twen bo echi say 2 months ni fa docket ni bre ni yenkofa ken mra no mbegina mranim ya bo echi ya. Ena OSP say hwe asem na okotena GH1 akan. I have a reply for you. So OSP released a press statement, and press statement no na meba be breaking it down amamu nyina amati bi no, because asem na papa ne kokan no Dr. Justice Sremsai ekokan ne wo GH1 no. OSP say wanye careful no one reply a animguase ebeka no. So press statement: clarification on the status, processes, and security protocols in the matter of Kenneth Ofori investigations and extradition request. It also be clarify niema heading no from the Office of the Special Prosecutor. The Office of the Special Prosecutor, OSP, has taken note of public discussions and statements made by the Deputy Attorney General in an audio-visual interview on GH1 TV to the effect that the Attorney General's Department has written several letters to the OSP requesting the docket on former Finance Minister Mr. Kenneth Ofori to trigger his extradition, but has not received a response. Intino, adena no mo ka che ni say Oma te say Deputy Attorney General akotena UT GH1 keka nsem bi say ya letter sa Office of the Special Prosecutor won fie intino say nsem na papa ne kokan ne ho no obe clarify niema amaye obe biebie niema mama ya te ase. The OSP considers it necessary to provide factual clarity on this matter, reaffirm the procedural steps already undertaken, and address security concerns arising from a recent leak of highly sensitive communication that pose grave risk to ongoing investigations. and to the safety of OSP personnel. Into almost say almost the factual clarity e was him no ebeba, and almost reaffirm assure public ne say processes no ma fam no ma ye no omo gu so omo ye ho adwuma ana afen so omo sanso hu se niema bia liki a how omo investigation no omo ye. Pursuant to its statutory powers under the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 959, the OSP commenced corruption and corruption-related investigations involving Mr. Ofori as the prime suspect. Enti, almost say to me a war mo yedi ahye omonsa ewo Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 959 no. Almost started so more yet corruption in Shishemu, any corruption related in Shishemu. Ken Ofori na ye prime suspect, no. Senke movie and main character. Senke movie and main character. So the OSP duly notified Mr. Ken Ofori of the investigations and directed his physical appearance before the OSP for questioning. Into almost started investigation and almost about a former finance minister, Mr. Ken Ofori. Omo na mane say ofa ye investigation bia e fa wan kasa ho. Enti twiwuti wo OSP anim for questioning cause ye won sem bebre a e wose ye bisaw. Mr. Ken Ofori, who left the jurisdiction in January 2025, has by his actions shown clearly that he is unwilling to voluntarily return to the jurisdiction to attend the OSP. In almost almost friend no Ofori hanum say January 2025, and Bibian Chese Ken Ofori na de ne ho beba so minie asem na mo se mi ankasa me fa me ho bra me yi ano no mi ankasa me de me pem manante aba omo se Bibian chere se Ofori atwiniti se obeye sa de ni na. The OSP's intelligence showed that Mr. Ofori has been residing in the United States of America since January 2025. Intina asemna me kan say oso okosa ne ho yare wo US no since January 2025. Honorable Ken Ofori, former finance minister. Intelligence OSP intelligence say omo find out say USA eno. As a result, the OSP lawfully commenced steps to secure his extradition to Ghana under the international legal and diplomatic frameworks. For the record, by the end of May 2025, the OSP had obtained a judicial warrant to the arrest of Mr. Ken Ofori. Intino, as a Ken, as a member, no. And omo say ye be legal niema bia according to the international legal and diplomatic frameworks no say bia be extradite no Ghana. Enomu no mo say by the end of May 2025 OSP nankasa enya warrant efi judicial honum emrano law for no honum judicial warrant say ombetimi ache Mr. Ken Ofori. Enti the OSP then declared Mr. Ofori a fugitive and also a threat. Into omo meba o Mr. Munya Botia was me cheche muma motiasi declared Mr. Ofori a fugitive from justice and placed him on the list of wanted persons of the OSP. Until when they declared him a fugitive, they also declared him wanted. And no na me ashasi and me bo video ma OSP be declare Ken Ofori as a fugitive and also wanted. Now, baby, I hear Drew no. Baby, I hear Drew no. Yeah, call Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis is part of the NPP legal team. In the NPP legal committee for no. Okanho. Mr. Davis, Frank Davis. Eka NPP legal team hona. Legal team no also call TV station biso. Eko keka nsem bi say Ken Ofori ya willing some friend or be say according to Mr. Frank Davis na some person can say Ken ya available na OSP ne Attorney General for na emfre Ken Mr. Munko video.
Where is Ken Ofori now? But we all know where Ken. But don't you know?
Tell me where he is as we speak, because the OSP is looking for him.
He's in the United States of America.
He's a wanted man.
Is in the United States of America. It's a notorious fact. Everybody knows that he's in the US. Or
And how is he faring? Because he's a wanted man.
why a wanted man cannot fare well. He is good. He is good. He is sustained by the good Lord every day. Ken Ofori had made himself available through legally permissible means. When this matter broke, Ken Ofori, through his lawyers, wrote to the OSP that he was available for an electronic transmission video conference, which is permissible by law. The OSP didn't accede to that. There's the Mutual Legal Assistance Act, which is applicable among countries. The OSP refused to take advantage of that, insisting that he wanted an in-person interview with Ken Ofori. Whatever that meant, only God knows. So anybody cannot be here to be saying that Ken Ofori is frustrating on anybody or he's not making himself available for whatever.
And assembly bar out, you know, a lot of people are very furious about this whole Ken Ofori issue. Not because they are on Ken Ofori's side. They are not siding with him. Let me say that a lot of Ghanaians are angry, especially because of the National Cathedral saga. You know, say, oh, National Cathedral, no, yebesi by NC. And one of the people in this country, only country name, but in Kofo they listen to him a lot, Kevin Taylor. And he gave his 2 cents about the issue. Let's listen to how he said it.
This special prosecutor, or not the car Bobi, or we no sachi di pano, this man. It wasn't team. It wasn't part of today, but 1 second. Special prosecutor, or to be the car Bobi, or the kind of boni panewieno, me betreno, the way. And son of my banasam cross on there. He's crazy. Or to be the honor convoy Bobi, a car. Oh, yeah, now was I me achidi pano. Adea, Adentina, or no the kind of boni pano, was saying panica, this guy. Special prosecutor, Paul Ademochi or Chinono, it was to protect Paul Ademochi from going to jail. This is the car. Or the car, the convoy, ni bulletproof car, or the boka we mu SNO, SH pano.
So no say me na my born on no. E do what? How me I go fit hit car way this place where we go do so. So that's the front of the car. I want to know when me I hit. So no say me na my born on no. E do what? How me I go fit hit car way this place where we go do so. So that's the front of the car. I want to know when me I hit.
Or they can't bark we can't side and outside the cock or chin 2 more on 1 fee. He said jabbing. Kiseja Bing or the ball Abrante we come or we are not such. How can you use your side of the car, car side, it will be kind. But that is what he does. Power nekutana, that is what he uses it for. Or Pamaka say video we me boa. Or Pambra Bron Tibaka say, I showed a video or the make a court, it's a lie. Today. This man locked the gentleman up in his own home. He locked him up. Now, Yanko Kenoforiata issue so. Now I'm sure how dangerous this OSP is and why we should get rid of him. And I'm doing this piece for the President of the Republic. I want the President to understand, with all due respect, that this man, if he's not kicked out of that office, your government will struggle. I am telling you. So when you special prosecutor we and now when closes our office down, your government will struggle. Because this special prosecutor will not allow your government to do what Ghanaians want. Ghana for here.
And see, Kevin Taylor and a muhu video no or woman or church and Adrian say OSP no to trust someone and so to the extent that Ken is alleging that OSP the car kobobi. Na in some of the door so or then someone share OSP con. And there's one thing too, people were expecting that OSP about to my be explain. Say asem na Kevin kan na no kwede besine OSP kan hwe ene ye din sem agu no so aka kra se o de car kwa to trust someone ani so enti na ontimi nche kenofori Atta prekope enka se oh wabo mine ka be chechem na yese ni. Now, the last person is a very reputable person in this country. We respect him when it comes to legal matters. And that person is Lawyer Martin Pegu. Lawyer Martin Pegu so actually na adwin say as a OSP no the Ghana food diagro. OSP the Ghana, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, the Ghana food diagro. Or the diagro in the sense that I say you are not serious about kenofori Atta asem no. What the wada sa is like untimi nchen. Let's watch the video.
Thank you, Sandra. Yes, sir.
I mean, you were excited when the OSP started, fighting corruption. And to be fair, Kisi Jabin was appointed by former President Akufo-Addo, and his fight with kenofori Atta started under the Akufo-Addo administration. Many persons in the Akufo-Addo government at the time thought that he was a sellout, a traitor, and all of that. But many also thought that he was doing a good job going against the administration that appointed him. Tonight, this new government, 9 months into office or 10 months into office, the Attorney General is saying to us they are simply having difficulties taking the docket from the OSP in order that they can extradite kenofori Atta, a thing that the OSP has been claiming all these years was working on. Are you able to read between the lines? It looks a bit blurry for me.
Okay, so Sandra, the first point is that let me know this, unless maybe my memory is bad. My recollection of the matter is that as of even January this year, when Ofori Atta was leaving this jurisdiction, he did not know that there was a case against him at the OSP. So I'm not exactly sure how much he fought, Kisi Jabin fought Ofori Atta while they were in government, because the OSP itself admits that when Ofori Atta was leaving this country in January 2025, he did not know. So means that OSP had never invited him, OSP had never informed him. I'm not saying they should inform him he's under investigation, but it means that if anything, the investigations hadn't reached a stage where they called him in to come and do a caution statement, etc. So it's to put it in context to see whether Kisi really stood up to Ofori Atta when Akufo-Addo was in office. If anything, I think that Kisi had been muscled. That's why Kisi Jabin came and sang the Ankwa Numa song, and I faulted him later. At that time, I didn't understand. It was after Akufo-Addo and co left back. I understood that was the thing he was trying to tell us. But he should have been told. Just say that, look, the president is interfering in the work, like Masinami did. You see? So I faulted Kisi Jabin for not having that courage. He didn't show the necessary courage. Look, sometimes it's better to fight a short fight, then you leave, and somebody comes to continue, than you want longevity. You want to manage politicians, and then, because now this case has become an albatross around the neck of Kisi Jabin, it shows, the case is showing a lot of ineptitude in handling this matter. Look, when this Ofori Atta matter came, I mentioned the first day I was interviewed that Ofori Atta had succeeded in leaving this jurisdiction without any being on bail. I was like, you remember, Sandra, after the election, foot soldiers, NDC foot soldiers, started crying that close the airport. Sandra, you're a law student, you soon become a lawyer. I cannot suggest, I'm not by any stretch of imagination agreeing that we were going to literally close the airport so that the MPP appointees would not leave. Okay, that's not it. But within it, you could see that they could see that something would happen. So somebody makes noise. In the noise, there is some wisdom. When foot soldiers say close the airport, my understanding of it is actually, if you have any cases against these appointees, call them in and then so arrest them and ask them to post bail, etc. So, for even a child, everybody knew from the fact that whenever we borrowed, Ken Oforiatta's company, Data Bank, was making money, etc., everybody knew that Oforiatta will have cases to answer. So I don't understand how Oforiatta could have left this country without knowing that there was any case against him. And it's OSP that said it, that yes, they have never called him in for any investigation. So it's right that Oforiatta, when he was leaving, he didn't know that there was any single case against him. This beggars belief. It beggars belief. And the more this topic comes up, then the more it shows that Kisi was just not up to the task on this Oforiatta case. We have to tell him, he's a young man, he has to learn. I mean, come on, anybody will tell you that. As for this Oforiatta case, oh, come on.
No.
And that is all for FMS Trends today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Or comment no here pa. Sani ye hu se bibi wo hono me wasi yesesa. Next time crampon ye be read your comments nama. What you say? Ye be read your comments nama. My name is Maureen Marshall, and you can call me the Information Minister. I'm always here to serve you the trending gist. Thank you.